Hey guys. I hope everything is working properly. Woohoo! Alright. Still a bit new to the whole streaming thing, but hopefully I get used to it. I'll be streaming more often. So yeah, I mean, let me know if anything is too loud or anything is not working properly, and I'll try to fix it. So for the goal for this stream is hopefully I finish the human base model, and then like modeling and sculpting phase, you know. So yeah, I did a new design for my character, and I don't know, I just feel a bit more comfortable with it. I don't know, just you know, a change of pace here. Oh, the enemy default cube, which I'll delete it now, and then go here. So if you have any questions, I'll try my best to answer it. Most of this stuff, I mean, pretty much everything that I think of, like, yeah, this is pretty much all YouTube self-taught stuff, yeah. So yeah, I mean, just let me know if you have any questions or anything. So since my new character is based on like the mantis shrimp, since I have pet shrimp, I thought it would be fun to have like a little mantis shrimp. I downloaded some references of the shrimp anatomy, or like a crustacean anatomy. So here is like the little anatomy, like especially like the underside, the fins, the bottom part. This concept I just drew like a really rough, pretty much rough sketch design, but you know, I like to work on concepts. I mean, one-to-one is great, but also I like to have a little flexibility here and there, so as I like model and stuff, I can you know, fill in my own gaps, and sometimes some designs work better as I'm working on them, like hey, I didn't think about this before, but now I can like change it up a bit, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, so first off, let's get anatomy ref. Looks like let's rename these. Whoop, and 1 second, let me just check something real quick. Okay. Alright. Alright, so okay, one more anatomy ref and main. Oops. Okay, so alright, let's get started with the face. So I like to delete the cube and then add my own fresh one. I don't know, it's just one of those things, I guess. It's always good to name your objects, you know, because you're gonna get confused with so many components, and you're gonna be like, wow, what is this object, you know? And that's not a good idea, especially when you have like a bajillion objects and you're just like, whoa, what the heck is that? And then you're gonna be clicking on them and you're like, oh, it's not that, and then that's just a waste of time. And I feel like when you waste time and energy like that, you're gonna get like demotivated and like burnt out quicker on the piece. So it's better to take that 2 seconds to name it real quick, and then, you know, it's a little pain in the ass sometimes, but depending on how many objects you got. But seriously, like, it's gonna save your life down the line. So I highly recommend doing that. Anyway, so first, some people can just do the retopology, just like on the just create it from scratch just with the planes. But for the face, I feel like it's a bit complicated for me, so I like to have at least a base for that, you know. So maybe put the music down a little bit. So hopefully this is much better. Maybe I hope you could hear me before. So yeah. All right. So generally get the face like this, like the general face shape, like to start out with. Same with the anime style, like you would want to base, well, anime style, I've seen people just like literally go for the retopology, but I also do the sculpt on the anime version too, since face shapes I feel like a bit more complicated. Anyway, so get a general idea of the face. Okay, and then the nose. So at this point it doesn't have to be ultra perfect. I'm just trying to get like the general idea or the base sculpt of the face. So general idea of the nose. Doesn't have to be ultra perfect, just getting it in there. Okay, and then the eyes. I like to make some eye sockets right here. I mean, get some face sockets, and then the mouth. I like to use the crease for that, and then get the crease in there. And then yep, and then under the lips, get an indent, you know. And then get the top portion is sticking out. And then get the general idea. So right now it's absolutely not perfect at all, but that's okay since we just started. Okay, and then get the smooth going in there. Okay. And then let's get some eyeballs so the sockets are not just staring into the void, you know. But when we do the like actual rigging, we'll use sockets instead, so get that kind of like how we do it for anime style. So I can like change up the eyes, if that makes sense, like the change of the iris size, so the expressions are more expressive than just having normal eyeballs. I mean, nothing wrong with eyeballs, obviously, but you know. Hey Shiba. Alright, enjoy your own stream. You should also check out Chiba. She's a very old friend of mine. Very supportive. Thanks to her, I'm finally able to start streaming. Wait one moment. So yeah, I gotta be used to checking the sound and everything. I mean the chat, sorry. Just the chat and the overlay. Oh my god. Let's see. Hopefully the chat is working now. Ooh, having a little technical difficulties already. Okay, wait 1 second. Let me just... Okay, there we are. Alright. Ooh, thanks Shiba for catching that. Okay, get the music a little better. Hopefully the music is better now. That's okay. We can always like change the position of the eyes and stuff. Ooh, wah, popping out. Alright, so generally you just keep working on it until you get it right. And yeah. I'm sure there's better techniques, better everything. You know, still working on it, still studying and but the best way to practice and work is doing it, actually doing it. What the? Maybe another subdivision would be good. Oh no. Maybe not. No, please! Okay, so maybe not. I won't push it. Oh, I thought I was gonna crash for a second there. Maybe better Dino Topo. Dino Topo does the little triangles, if you can see. So with Dino Topo, it automatically makes these triangles when you look closer, so you can have a finer detail with sculpting, because without it, it's just gonna push out or just push in or whatever sculpting tool you're using to just using the triangles you have at the moment. And that's going to be useful when you're doing like blend shapes or retopology, not using Dino Topo, because you know, you're going to want to like push out and push in blend shapes or like just do a little adjustments here and there. But when you're sculpting, you're going to want to use Dino Topo, because sculpting at the stage, you don't really, the poly count doesn't really matter unless your computer is going to explode, you know. But yeah, so unless you're working on retopology, if you're working on retopology, don't use Dino Topo, you know. But I hope I said it right. Yeah. If you're doing retopology, don't use Dino Topo, because it's gonna add more polygons and it's gonna mess up your retopology, if that makes sense. And what's retopology? It's pretty much so you have your sculpt, right? And then that's gonna help you clean up your poly count. And why is poly count important? Oh, poly, and then this is a polygon, you know, that little square that makes up the object. And why is that important? Because game engines like for example, like Unity, we're gonna use a lot for like VR chat and being a VTuber, or even just like when you're making games and stuff, right? If you notice that your computer is ultra laggy, that's, I mean, there could be a lot of like reasons for that, but then sometimes it can be from the amount of polygons, like the amount of detail that is in the game, right? And if your character has less of that, the more likely, like, less problems, you know, in the future. Oh my god, talking and then also working is like, it's just kind of difficult. Okay. So listen, I'm just trying my best here. I feel like it's a little hard to concentrate and stream at the same time, so kudos to artists out there who are able to do both at the same time, but ooh, it's kind of tough. It's a toughie, but I think just with practice, it'll get better. It'll get easier and better, you know. So, and then if you notice, there's usually a crease at the nose. So make the crease like that. And then add some polygons here. Yeah, and then it's pretty much like grab, smooth, do this, do that. Just a little. So right now I'm just using the mouse to sculpt, but maybe if I need more, like, maybe things get a bit complicated, like I'll start using the tablet and everything, but right now I'm just getting the general shapes out. Ooh, it is really hard to stream and stream and do this at the same time. Okay. But I like to use the sculpt as like a jumping point, and then after I do the retopology, I do like another fix up again. And then this. Make that in between nose a little smaller. That. Okay. We'll just leave the nose like that for now, and then, you know, fix it up as we go, you know. Alright, and then get the jawline. So important thing is with 3D stuff, instead of just you know, there's reference of just like face and then side, right? But you're also gonna want to check out the cheekbones too. So make sure like your cheekbones are, like, I remember when I started out, like my cheekbones were like this because I wasn't like paying attention to like the other aspects of 3D, you know, and even though it's supposed to be 3D. So make sure you watch out for that, you know, on all angles, because you know, 3D is 3D and you're gonna see everything in every angle, you know. So I mean, depending on what you're doing, but like if you're trying to make like a 2D style that only requires you to see it from one angle, then like from what so if you're only seeing things in one angle forever, then it's like, you know, why not? But in 3D usually you're gonna see everything in every angle, so yeah, just look out for that. So gonna have thinner face, or not thinner face, thinner forehead, I get, yeah, and then actually the forehead's fine. Alright, and then let's get the eyes. I kinda don't want to go for fully realistic, but you know, just semi-realistic, you know. So it doesn't have to be perfect right now, but just get the eyelids going on, you know. Ooh, looks like she got some allergy. Got some terrible allergies, dude. Anyway, so yeah, smooth, smooth, smooth. Even out the eyes. Just want to have some of that build up, you know? Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Like, slightly anime, but not 100. Wow, wow, okay, that was too anime, but okay. Okay, maybe... something like that, maybe. I want the eyes. Yeah, that looks okay for now. And then let's see. So I need to work on my expressions, like for like motion tracking and stuff. So you know, my character does it well. So yeah, I'm practicing on that. So if my character has strange expressions, just ignore that kind of, you know, because it's not I'm not exactly good at facial expressions on the fly while I'm working, so it's kind of a bit tricky, you know. Let me gotta see. Okay. That face. A crease going, since the eyes don't exactly look like that. So I don't know. Lately, I don't know if you notice, but I've been watching One Piece as I work. And man, I forgot when I started that. Maybe last week or something. I don't remember. But I should have done it earlier, because wow, I've been focusing like crazy on with just having One Piece in the back. It has to be dubbed, since you know I can't read the subtitles while I work. But the dub has been really growing on me, you know. It's actually pretty good. So yeah, I'm already finished. I finished like Skypiea, the Skypiea arc yesterday, and yeah, I mean, I think this is like the third time I'm rewatching One Piece, because I think the last time I put it down when they reached the elephant, you know. But I've seen clips of the Wano arc, and holy moly, like the animation is so incredibly amazing. Wow, just you know, they really just weren't holding back on that animation. Like wow. I mean, everything is pretty much spoiled, but I'm okay with spoils. Like it's kind of like, you know, it's like we all know that they're gonna reach One Piece, right? Someday, someday, hopefully in my lifetime, right? But you know, it's like how they get there is more fun, right? So it's something like that. So yeah, I mean, excited. It's pretty cool to see all the foreshadowing. Like how I don't even know how he does. He thinks like this foreshadowing like a million years in advance, but holy moly. It's pretty cool how he even like the minor characters come back and they have a bigger role later on down the line, like Mr. 3 and Buggy. It's like, how do you do that? It's like a lot of characters to juggle with, you know. So I mean, if I only could have like half of his story telling And dude, how his motivate, like his like I know it's his job and everything, but it's like Oda's like motivation in creating One Piece is crazy. Like, you know, think about it. As a kid, like he's been working on this still ever since I was a kid, right? So, whoa. It's just wild to me how, like he continuously does like creates the stories, the characters, and everything. It's like all these arcs, how he connects everything together. You know, it's so wild to me. And I really love the music too. I feel like man, I forgot which one, but there's this one music in One Piece where you really like feel the freedom. The freedom. I'm not sure how you explain it, but I feel like you guys know what I mean. You know. Ah, hello there, Beethoven. Oh no, yeah, Beethoven. Yes. If you have any questions, I'll try my best to answer them. So yeah. So when you're making your character, it kind of depends, but usually I like to keep the facial expression as neutral as possible, and because the blend shapes are the ones that are gonna be like, you know, giving it different expressions and everything. But even though you want, you know, yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say that. So even though your character has like the most permanent frown as their neutral expression, yeah, I mean, you could, it's easier to have a neutral and then use blend shapes to create that frown, you know, so you can like have more flexibility in the future in case you want to change it, or having a frown to a smile is a bit hard in blend shapes. So, you know, make your life easier. But man, I don't know about you, but it's been kind of tricky. I know, I mean, hopefully it's not like complaining too much, but like it's been tricky to like juggle like all of these social media platforms and work on your own stuff and commissions, and woo, it's like a lot of things to juggle. It's like you gotta also be careful not to burn yourself out, you know, if you wanna keep moving long term on this. So it's not, the sculpt is not exactly perfect, but it's a decent base to get on, you know. So get a decent face going, and then let's see, about 30 minutes. Not bad, not bad. I feel like when you're doing the anime style, you don't want too much of this sticking out. You see what I mean. I might have to adjust that depending on the angle and everything. That's why when you see the anime model, you might see the face a bit flatter here, because to give the better eye illusion, especially from this side, this angle, you know? You don't want to see like the iris from the back. Yeah, it's tricky. I'm still, it takes a few adjustments, you know? The thing is, this character's mouth is not gonna be just ending here. It's also to end. Gotta like constantly check chat just in case you have any questions or anything. I hope the music is alright, like the music sound quality. But yeah. Oh, well, we all gotta start somewhere, right? Gonna need Dino Po for this. Okay. Okay. It's definitely not perfect, but it's a good spot to do retopology. You know? Whoa. Wait. Yeah. Kinda wanna this part stick out a bit more. Okay. Definitely, let's get this working. That, and then can make the adjust. Okay, I can't be a perfectionist here. I need to move on. So I can. It's a general start, you know, and then let's see. The main ref, wireframe. Okay. See, the mouth is not gonna end up like that. It's gonna have, just like my own character right now, actually. It's just gonna go all the way to the jaw with the tooth sticking out in the back. So let's see. I like to duplicate the object in case I mess up, and then go back to it if I need it, you know. So you don't have to worry about like, oh, am I gonna mess up? You have your duplicate, you know. Move on. Anyway, let's see. Dino Po. Something dramatic, maybe, yeah. That's pretty good. Get two straight line. Should use grab tool to see better positioning. Cause I don't want to do like straight, you know. There's a little how do I explain that? Oh, not unnatural. I mean, it's already unnatural, but you know, not dynamic enough, I guess. So, something like that. I think that's pretty good. Okay. Okay, sounds good. And then let's start on the body. Actually, I think it's a good idea to start on the body. So what I like to do, start with a cube. All life starts with cube. and then just add a mirror to it. Oh, and then if you notice that if your mirror is going with each other, like into like this, but you want it like hitting the middle like that, use clipping, and it won't do that anymore, you know? So anyway, make a big rectangle, and then put a few subdivisions in there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoopa. That's the amount of fingers. Wait, no, I'll be putting fingers. 3, and it's okay. Yeah, it's alright. And put like at least 2 or something. So there is like plenty of ways I've seen people do the retopology on the body. There's so many different techniques and so many ways to do it, but this is how I do it, so yeah, get like that, you know, go up there and then grab some of that and then go up there, and then so now you have the ultimate pose, the pose. Anyway, you go smooth, and then you literally use smooth. And as I mentioned before, like when you're doing like a retopology, you don't want to use Dinopo. Don't use it, or else it's going to make those triangles like in the sculpting, like the face. So if you don't use it, it'll become like this, you know. The sculpt will be just working with the polygons you have at the moment of the sculpt. So even though it's simple like this, it's, you know, still affecting it. So I like to just make the base, smooth out the body. Whoa, that's maybe a bit too smooth, but oh yeah, that's a bit too smooth. Okay, don't wanna like, I have the body like that. Okay, smooth it out. So right now it doesn't have to be ultra perfect. You just, you know, I like to work on things and then just jump into it, you know. Because if your perfectionist mindset is actually hindering you from creating the work that you want, you know, and then yeah, I feel like your motivation gets burned up by perfectionism. So things gotta move here, you know. So add there, add here, you know, add what you need. I like to add what I need because it keeps the poly count a decent amount, you know, because you don't want to have too much polygons, as mentioned before, because it's gonna hinder your I mean, VRChat does have like polygon limits, or at least if you want to have the most optimal model in VRChat, you're gonna wanna keep it, you know, minimal. From the last time I saw, like, Quest was like, let's see, 10k polygons, and this is in triangles, not in like in these like squares, okay? And 70,000 triangles. At least the last time I saw it. It could be changed now, or you know, and stuff like that. But from what I remember from the top of my head, it's that. So that's what I aim for usually. Sometimes it goes a little bit depending on how many accessories and objects and that the client usually wants. But I try to aim for the lowest amount of polygons as possible. So in the future, in case people want like accessories and stuff, it's still you know, considerably optimized, you know. So now I just generally get the body going. that. Get the general like posture, position ready, and then on the legs you're gonna want to like push this up, and retopology is important also for rigging. Rigging is, you know, how you add the bones to it and make the character move, right? But retopology helps. It's kind of like, man, how do I explain? Like muscles, I guess. Like depending on how they are placed, they're gonna help make the mesh look good when they're like deforming, right? When they're bending and twisting and whatever you're doing, right? So you're gonna have to like watch out for that, and that's what's one of the most important things about retopology, having because you can have less polygons and keep it, and then have like pretty complex movement like at the fingers and stuff. So I mean, yeah, I feel like Twitter is a very good resource for like learning a lot of these retopology shaders, and like a very good community, especially on Discord. Should have done it before. I'm kind of sad I didn't do it earlier because, oh man, Twitter, it's a bit depressing, you know. But you know, potato potato, you get what you get, right? And it's not like I can go in the past and do anything. So, and people are still growing. So I just have to get my head out of the crapper and you know, get to it. You know, it is what it is, as they say. It is what it is. Doesn't mean that you should just sit there and take it, but you know, sometimes there are some things out of your control, some things that are in your control, and the things that are in your control, you better control it and fast if you want something done, I guess, you know. Hey! Zango, it's nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Yeah, Blender. Oh man. To be honest, I hated Blender. I don't know if that's surprising or not, but when I was a kid, I just never. I tried it like a few times, but I never could get into it. You know, I was like, oh man, Blender sucks. Okay, I'm sorry. And then, like, it was like 2 years ago when I wanted to make a prop, and I was like, man, I need something. Okay, so as I mentioned before, pretty much all this like avatar creating stuff I learned myself, but then like a very like years ago, like long time ago, I took like one class in Maya, and then I never used it again afterwards. I wish I did, so I could keep my Maya skills, but I never used it, so I completely don't know how to use Maya now. It feels like a waste and a shame, but I can't change the past, so it is what it is. But that was more for animation, so it's a shame. I wish I kept practicing, but I have no idea how to use Maya now. But then my one class taught Rhino, which is more for jewelry and stuff. So it was also very limiting. So I knew a bit of the basics before I started everything. I started to like learn a lot of these stuff myself, and then but I still didn't like Blender. I was like, Blender, like, sure, it's free, but... And then, Rhino, from what I've tried to look up, like, it didn't really support, like, organic stuff, like, doing, like, sculpting like this. yeah, Maya was so hard. Like okay, I think I no, I remember this clearly. Oh my god. So I when I was a kid, I was like, okay, I gotta practice Maya, and then I was practicing Maya. I was following this tutorial, and then I was like, almost done with it, and then suddenly my computer crashed, and I lost the file, and I remember being so devastated. I was like, oh my god, and then I think that was the point when I didn't touch Maya again. I was like, oh, why did I give up so quickly? Oh, I feel like a silly goose, dude. Oh, oh, that skill would have been so useful by now if I just kept practicing. But then again, Maya, I mean, all these like subscription programs are so expensive, so I don't think I could have kept up with that. But you know, and then anyway, the past is the past. What can I do about it, right? Anyway, so like 2020, I was like, I want to make this prop. There's this like really organic piece to it, like kind of like a tree in a way. And Rhino, I couldn't do it, so I was like, okay, fine, I'll use Blender. And then at first, it was a pain in the ass to get used to it. But now I'm like, I can't live without you, Blender. My one true love. I mean, because especially it doesn't have like a subscription program, which also helps a lot, you know. But yeah, I mean, there are some limitations with Blender. I'll admit this. Like texturing, like if like I use nodes to create textures, like an extra layer. You know how like in Photoshop you can make a little extra layer or masking and stuff. Like it doesn't really like do that in Blender, so it's a bit tough. So sometimes it's not often, but I would throw it into Kirida, which the another drawing free program, which is excellent. It will just like Blender, it was kind of a pain to get used to, but then later I'm like, wow, this is actually good. Better than photo. Just whoa, coughing. Subscriptions, like if I subscribe to everything, it's a bit hard to keep up. You know what I mean? So at least I would like to get the basic skills done before I subscribe more. I did download. I am trying to get into ZBrush lately. Because the sculpting obviously is a lot more stronger than Blender. Let's be for real, cause like some complex brushes like chains and stuff, like wow, like it's just like magic, But the UI of ZBrush is crazy, and then I've seen like people say like, how do you get used to ZBrush? And they're like, get good. That's the tip. Get good. And it's like, huh? Okay. I mean, you're not wrong, but like you just have to do it. It's not like the Matrix where you can just be like plug yourself in and be like, I know kung fu. I wish, but then again, it's like fulfilling if you put the hours in and then get the skills in, right? But yeah, but man, I really do wish I didn't give up Maya that easily. I really don't know why I gave up. Like, I should have been like, yeah, even though my computer crashed and my file is gone, like, I could do a better job next time, which is my mindset now, because sometimes I do lose. It was super rare, but sometimes I do lose things, and then it's like, you know what, I can do a better job, and now I know how to make that better, and then yeah, just it's like yeah, that was just practice, it's I should have just done that, but as a kid, I don't know, I guess it's just one of those things, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so many programs to use. I also want to try to get into Substance Painter. Heard one of the standards in the industry, the character artist industry, the game art industry. Since I am pretty interested in getting into being a character artist, but I really need to practice better. I got some feedback saying like I need better read topology, better texturing, so I'm trying to. I gotta improve more and trying to get into Substance Painter or Marmoset, which I heard they're both pretty good for presentation and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I see some awesome. I also want to work on presentation too. since so yeah, I want to like remake some of my previous clients, like showcasing, you know, because I feel like I could have done a better job than what I just posted on Twitter, you know. But yeah, I just have to get over the uncomfortability of the UI in some of the programs. Like I know like these programs are similar to each other, but I guess like getting used to working with it is just the hard part, you know. So once I get over that, it's like, wow, like why didn't I do this sooner, you know? So yeah, I didn't know the basics of like how to move stuff, how to make an object, and you know, things like that. But nothing too complicated. Didn't really know rigging or UV. Like I did learn, actually wait, I did learn rigging during that Maya class, but then I didn't practice, so I completely forgot how to do it. So pretty much I had to learn from scratch again, you know. So I mean, and here I am now, you know. I think the best teacher is self-teaching. I mean, don't get me wrong, getting a class is good and everything, but then, you know, like it's a continuous learn, especially with like technology stuff. So, and then if you're teaching yourself too, it's like more like passion, and it like goes the long run, and then you can like grab the classes you need if you really need it, and then like you can pinpoint like maybe I need better anatomy skills, then go for anatomy. Oh my god, I can't talk. Anatomy class, you know. So I'm actually considering doing that since I do want to improve my anatomy. It always can be better, you know. Everything can be better. But it's good to know that how far I've got, like the models I made in like, let's see, 2021. Look at them, like why did my topology, you know. But then no, but hey, you know, like we all start somewhere, right? I can't bash myself for on what I did as a beginner, because I had no idea what I was doing, and then I was like, oh okay, this is how you do it, and then just trying it out, and then it's like, oh okay, I see, that's how you do it, you know. And then you learn more things, and then, you know, blah blah blah. There you go. We all start somewhere. But yeah, wait, as I mentioned before, like I was watching One Piece, and I'm like about the 100th episode, and I'm just like, I know there's like 1,000 episodes, but I'm like, wait, am I moving too quickly through these episodes? like because One Piece has been really giving me good focus, but then it's like, what if I run out of One Piece, you know? I mean, it feels like it never ends, but then gotta wait for that new update, you know. Oh, then what else do I watch? So I learned that having a shoulder like this is good. Let's see, but then connecting it was always kind of ooh. So what's important, especially when you're starting out, is you just do it, you know, like you should focus on something you want to build, like even if it's a little complicated, like a human model. That's what one of the, yeah, like after I made some props that I wanted to make, like I was like, wait, I should start making avatars, and then it's like I always wanted to make avatars, and then, or like human-ish avatars, you know what I mean? And then it's like, and then I was really motivated to do that, and then it's like, oh okay, I mean it's hard, but now that I know how to do it, it's like it's not too bad. I mean, and then it starts to become fun once you get like used to the program, And then, I mean, obviously there are some tedious parts to it, but you know, like, and then you always can get better. There's always a new technique or new way to do things. But yeah. But yeah, I do really want to get used to ZBrush as soon as possible, since would like to use that and, you know, like start to bake and not like cookies or anything, but bake like normals and textures, and, you know, get things as clean as possible, you know, the proper way, the PBR. But I feel like it's also important that you get something done, you know? Like, you can't be in study mode forever. You gotta just, with the skills you gotta make something and then improve the next time, you know? There's always room for improvement. Oop. And then some more polygons on that shoulder. But yeah, how's everyone doing? If people are still here. Thinking about, I feel like it's hard to find games that give you good talking points unless it's like a story mode to it, you know? So, feel like some people like A pose, like arms are like 45 degrees down. T pose, I like T pose because everything is, you know, like when I snap it to it, it's like everything is perfectly on the axis, you know. So makes 45 is a bit tricky. I mean, I like, if I have to do 45, I'll do T pose and then I would move it A pose, but I'm not sure if that's a bad thing, good thing. But that's just, I could always change once I learn better techniques on how to do things, you know. Two is good. Usually do one for that, but a bit more detail, you know. I feel like when you see like anime characters on Twitter and then okay, it's not like always, but I feel like you know that person's a good sculptor when you see like their knees and elbows, like their knee, like, I'm not saying like anime style is easy or anything, but then you see like knees and the knees are like so realistic. I know, it's like, whoa, like you're a good sculptor. I feel like you're a good sculptor, that you have experience. Like, I know you can somehow tell. You can sometimes like tell by looking at their like anatomy and stuff. You're like, wow, like I want to get there someday. I want to improve. I'd like to add a few polygons. Okay, I'll think about it. I feel like a lot of good movies are coming out too. Oh man, don't know if this is like, I don't know. Recently watched John Wick. I mean, it's a pretty good series, but I don't know if this is I don't know, it's like a personal opinion, but I feel like sometimes the action is a bit too slow. I don't know. I know maybe they're probably aiming for like realistic but also fun, like gun fu, you know, like in Matrix, like they use like guns and stuff. But I feel like it's not snappy enough, if that makes sense. Like sometimes I would notice like when he's like reloading the gun in mid fighting, and then he like he pins this guy down against the wall. This guy is still alive, but he's like why is he waiting for John Wick to like reload the gun while he's like pinned against the wall? Like, wouldn't you be like still fighting like crazy for your life? Like why is he just like flailing around doing nothing while he's like reloading? You know, it doesn't make that. It's like it's a tiny bit goofy. I know it's supposed to be a little goofy, but and like over the top fun, but I don't know, that kind of like brings me out of it when he's like a crazy assassin, you know? Assassin, yeah. But I was also hoping there was like some sort of, I mean, also, yeah, now that I think about it, like the staircase part was really funny too. He was like falling down. Like, there was no need to roll down that much, but maybe because he didn't have a weapon, he rolled down all those stairs, and then the guy just used the side to slide down. That was funny. I mean, I like the first one. The first one was like just enough of everything. I don't know. This is just my opinion. It's a decent action. The mystery behind it is cool. Like, I like the rules they have to follow, because that's pretty cool. I think makes it like all like mystic, like a bit magical or mysterious, you know. I think I might add another. So yeah, I would like to at least get the base, let me think. Yeah, the base finished before the stream ends. So like I have a basic human model going on, so I would also work on the retopology of the face. So you'll see how I will do it. So at first retopology was like, what the heck, go? But now, if you think about it, like especially like for the face and stuff, I like to think about it as like a water drop against the water, if that makes sense. So like, if there's like around the eyes, around the nose, and then you know how like the water ripple would like connect, and then it will make more sense. I'll come back to it when I get to it, but yeah, that's how I like to see retopology. I don't know if anyone else made that analogy or whatever, or metaphor, but yeah. Okay. Make that a little sharper. Get that. Maybe a little more here. Oh, I'm not sure if I should sing the One Piece theme. Copyright. That'll be bad. Oh my god. Guys! Okay. I think I should add. Oh yeah, the knife tool is very useful as well. also one thing, don't be afraid of triangles, because in the end, everything becomes triangles. So you see them as polygons right now, but they all turn into triangles once you like put them into the game and stuff. So polygon count, from what I heard on Twitter once from someone who works in the industry, like, could be wrong, could be right, about what I'm saying. If I remember correctly, they said triangles are more important than the poly count because, you know, everything turns into triangles. So I hope I'm quoting them correctly. But yeah, so that's why I'm watching out for triangle count, since triangle count is important, you know? I feel like I feel like I'm a slug, dude. So get the span indent in there, you know? Oh, I have a spine! Get a bit of back going. Not too much, but get that up. Okay. So for the body, I like to just go straight for the retopology version. Yeah, it just makes my life easier. And then yeah, and then if I need to change any you know, like topology, for example, like the shoulder, I just make it, you know. I feel like this method makes my workflow a bit faster, but could change in the future. Like I could start to sculpt the body for more complex muscles, you know. Whoop. Not liking how that's turning out. Want it too much, but you know, it needs to, it's there. Okay, feel like I should make that smaller. Wait, let me check if the music is still working. Yeah, seems like it. Okay, well, I mean, I could always change up what the body would look like. Whoop-ah. The indent to the knee. Oh my god, this I've been having random music that's been stuck in my head for a while. And right now, that Mamma Mia song, it's like friggin' stuck in my head, dude. Get it out! I don't know why I suddenly thought about it. Okay. Oh, and if I sing it out loud, I might get a copyright strike. Oh. I'm also, there's so many things to learn and I want to do, but also if I get the time, I would like, oh man, like to make some animation and create like a house for my character, like a world. It would be cool to make a VR chat world and then have people visit that house, you know. Still, last night I've been working on the house design, so maybe I could share that later once I get. It's still like ultra super rough sketch right now, so maybe once I fix it up, have it a little bit cleaned up, nothing crazy, but you know. Okay. I think I made that too short. Okay. Don't. Foot in there. So a lot of the armor parts of the design is, well, let's see, come on, going to be modeled into the skin because the armor parts. I might as well also. I'm gonna also put the clothing on the skin as well. Or should I? Okay, maybe not the clothing, but the armor for sure is gonna be part of the skin because it is part of the skin. So I can't really, for this character, you can't really peel off this because it's not just armor decoration or armor. It's literally part of their body, so. This. Oh man, been aiming for at least 2 hours of stream to finish at least the base body, you know. Hopefully that gets done. Maybe also in the future I'll be able to, depending on the client's wants, I can, or preference, I can stream the process of the commission, you know. Oh, wait, actually, you know what? I kind of don't like that. I am gonna delete this. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna keep just. I'm gonna delete this part actually. So I don't really have a like how many polygons to have for what part and you know stuff like that because I like to change it up and make it from scratch for each model because sometimes I feel like if I just relied on that, like, then I won't improve, and I will be closed-minded in, closed-minded in, how I would make the retopology, you know, so like, maybe there was a better way, but I was just relying on what I was thinking of, you know, like when if I just keep, okay, for example, if I just do like 3, 3, 3, 3 this, 3 that, and then when 4, if I just learned that 4 was better, then, you know, then I would have not known that. Man, I hope this makes sense. But yeah, always keep an open mind. Things change a lot, and things can be always done better, or new techniques happen. There we go, that's better. Yeah, that triangle was throwing me off a little. Nothing wrong with triangles, as I said, but you know. Okay. I mean, I just want to get the bare bones done. So maybe I would do the topology next stream. But I did get majority of the body, which is good. Since I can always fix up the some like details here and there on the next stream. But I gotta eat. I gotta get that nutrition, you know. Always good to eat, you know. But stay tuned for the next stream, since I would be working on the retopology on the face. So okay, we're not gonna go for the retopology today on the face, but okay, for next stream, since it is my first art stream, and you know, I don't wanna like push like crazy, and I also have some work to do, so with the commissions and you know, things like that. I'm very excited to share some of these. So yeah. Oop, wrong one. Okay. I will be adding teeth later to this, the jaw, but we're keeping it for now, just like that. Not bad, not bad, not bad. The head might look small, but adding a bit of hair could make it look a little bigger, in my opinion, so we'll see. Okay, go up a bit more. No, I'm proud of my knees. My knees did not look as good as before. I don't know what's up with me and knees, but you know, some of my knees are complicated. If you look at your own knees, there's like, I don't know, sometimes, okay, I need to study the anatomy more, but it's pretty complicated, I'll tell you that. So I think having 2 is good. I usually do 1, but I think 2 is good, you know. So the complicated thing about arms, especially for like VR chat, is they twist. So you gotta also think about that too. It'll make more sense maybe when I start to do the rigging and stuff, you know. I'll talk more about that when I get to that stage. Okay. And then just buff it up a bit. Well, not exactly buff up, but refine it, I guess. And then the hands are a bit tricky, but I feel like doing it this method makes it easier for me, since Yeah, I mean, the fingers can be so close up to each other, it can be a bit tricky to do the retopology, but if you do it this method, I think don't really have to worry about that. And then just pick it up. Okay, let's do the hands now. Let's see. Well, this character doesn't really have boobs, so I might not really make them. Let's see. Wow. Oh my god. You're not crashing, right? Okay, thank god. Okay. Yeah, I might just keep it like that. Especially since I'm gonna make the armor topology on it. It'll make more sense when I make it. But for now, let's keep it basic. Okay. So let's do the hands. So first off, you're gonna wanna keep the wrist off, like flat. Keep this flat too. And then let's see how many fingers we got at the moment. 1, 2, 3. Haha! See, 4. That's good. Okay. So it's not exact. So I always do the hands differently for each model almost. Well, not always, but usually, since you know, I always want, as I said before, I always want to improve by like experimenting and testing things out. So not every hand I make is gonna be different. I mean, it's gonna be same. That's what I'm trying. Same. Anyway, so get another wrist going. That, and then let's get some fingers. So lately I just make fingers, right? Like like this. And then lately I've been just doing that and also focusing on what do you call it? On one finger, yeah. And then pretty much copy and pasting that finger to the other fingers. Makes my life a lot easier and makes it more even, you know? So I know it looks very goofy, but I'm gonna smooth it out. So what I like to do is just jump for it, you know? Yeah, as I said before, yeah. So because you're just gonna have to wanna do it here. Push your perfectionism aside. And whoa, what's going on? Okay. This is like in between the fingers, and then I like to rip, and then rip. So there's like now a gap in between the fingers. And actually, before that, I want to add one polygon here. I usually do afterwards, but this time I'm gonna do it. Okay, that rip. Oh, wow, there we go. And then create the in between the finger. Alright, and then smooth it out. Move it up, put one there, oh, put one there, okay. Get a palm going. Actually, I want to add one there too. Okay. Then, because thumb, bit of one more mesh. And then get in between. Get it right there. Okay. Lately, instead of just having it there, I did it for a recent commission where instead of putting it here, I actually put it back there. No, wait. Yeah. Sometimes, maybe there's a way, but sometimes I wish when you're ripping off the vertices to separate them, I wish there was a way to know how it was going to rip, you know? It'll make things a little faster, but this is a new way I've been I mean, when you're looking online or like Twitter and stuff, you can see different ways people do hand read topology, so just testing it out, you know, different ways, different techniques, doing my own way. So this method could be the best, maybe not, but some things could be better, some things, you know, everyone has their own. From what looks of it, like everyone seems to do their methods, you know. So if I learn a new technique, I'll do it, but you know, I'm just trying it out. Never hurts to try things out. Okay, now smooth out the palm. I like the smooth tool. It really evens out your retopology very well. Don't have to worry about it. And then let's see. Let's even that out. And then get some wrist going in, because so there's no wrist at all. Okay, and then since there's not much mesh for the fingers, this is what I like to do. Just grab the top portions. And then even it out. Make it smaller, and then there you go. Got some knuckles going on, and added some more polygons to it too. Also doing it this way keeps the knuckles much in a straighter line, if that makes sense. So as mentioned before, I like to lately duplicate one finger. So wait. Do that. Move it back a bit. And okay, so what I'm gonna do is delete the rest of the fingers since they are very distracting, you know? Delete that. Okay. Can make it thinner. And straight. I mean, the proportions of the hand are very janky at the moment, but I will be fixing that soon. Okay. Get some knuckles going. So, I did see on Twitter a new way to do finger rigs. It's very interesting. Oh yeah, since the tip of the fingers usually look kind of square, since I tried to make it as much low poly as possible, I like to like bevel the edges a bit so it's not as, you know, as poly. and then just cut the edge a bit, and there we go. Okay. Maybe I should have just extruded it. Now that I look at it, it's just pretty much an extrusion. Yes. Oh my god! As you can tell from my voice, getting a little tired, huh? God, I want to finish the hand at least. So gotta pump myself up a bit. Okay. But I might have to do some. This is how I usually like to make the fingers. It does take a couple of polys, but I just like to do it this way, you know. But for now, after I do my own tests and stuff, I would make a better retopology, you know. Been wanting to add a bit more. Seem like people do a really good job with their hands, so wanting to really take my time and really make this hand nice as possible. Some really like, if you've seen the people who make anime models, usually they make like really elegant hands, and I'm trying to like study the retopology of theirs. It's like pretty complicated, you know. But if you can apply some of the retopology on what they make, then like, you know, so pretty good improvement, I would say. Like, learned a lot from speed sculptors, like Flycat. Yeah, especially Flycat. Like, I learned, like, it's definitely different from what they do, but this box method of making the body, like, I learned it from them, and but I so far it's been working well for me, so I've been really vibing with this technique. So the way you do your retopology can help a lot with how things bend and stuff, so that's why the elbows is a bit smaller, and then, I mean, the inside of the elbow is smaller, and the elbow itself is like wide, because you want like more wider stuff for the things that deform and stretch more than what they stretch inward. I hope that makes sense. Oh man, lately I've been like focusing a lot, and that has been cramping up my hands. Oh, my hands. Just gotta always remember to stretch your hands, artists, you know, and people who use the computer for like hours on end. It's very important. Don't want to get carpal tunnel. I have more things to do. I am too busy to have carpal tunnel, if you know what I mean. More work you wanna do. So, get that done nice. So more polygons at the end, but from what I noticed that the nail we have to angle 45 degrees. It'll make more sense once I do the textures and stuff. That's gonna, I don't know, maybe the 4th stream. I don't know. We'll see. But I do want to be streaming as more possible, so I can finish up this model and then maybe do an official debut, you know. So yeah, if you don't use Dino Topo, you can, you know, utilize the Sculpt tools power to smooth out your topology and everything. I mean, I do want to make it a bit buffer. I mean, this character is pretty skinny, I know, but a bit more dramatic. Okay. Can't wait to put these fingers on the other fingers. Oh, those knuckles are pretty high. Those high knuckles. Gotta draw them down a bit. And then, let's see, let's add, okay, that's better. I think the finger's looking pretty good. Maybe make each of these a little bit wider. Okay, wait, actually, why am I doing it that way? Okay. Oopa. This. Alright, I'm feeling that, so let's start to change up. I mean, not change up, add the fingers to the other fingers. So once I do that, I think I might call it a day. And then, I mean, obviously it's not done at all, but, you know, at least I got the basics done. Let's see. And that's what I was aiming for. Okay, let's see. I think that's about right. Wait, let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to add the in-between. That's fine. That's what I want. And then I'll refine it once in the next stream. Okay, there we go. And then like this. Make it a smidgen longer. This smidgen smaller. Opa, that's smaller but shorter. And then whoop, and then shorter. And then there we go. Sure, and then I might just, since I already did it that way. I remember seeing on TikTok where you can duplicate an object, and then you know how like each object, when you like change something to it, like like for example, if you move one vertex on that object, and it won't happen on the duplicated object, right? But then I saw like if you do it a certain way, like all the objects would be affected too at the same time. Oh, so cool. Let's see if I could find it again. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then I'll be refining that. Okay, and then squish it a bit more. Wait, no. Yeah, squish it. Okay, go up. Three, four, wait. Okay, I'll add I'll add the edge loop on one side. There we go. Okay, and then just get that smoothed out. It's like magic, right? Feels like magic. Okay, and then let's see. That could be better, so connected only. And then I feel like longer fingers make it more like dramatic, you know. Want the fingers to be bony, nice and bony. Opa, is that alright? There we go. But you know, decent weight to them. Like the arms are a bit too. That's fine. The pinky's a bit too far away. Okay, I mean, it's a start, and I will be working on it more on it soon. Sorry for not talking that much at the end of the stream. Been really lazy focused on getting this done. And I guess I am a bit hungry. Didn't eat that much before. I should have. Alright. Just a little bit more refining. The fingers are a bit too long. Alright, so I got a general base done, and obviously adjustments can be done later, like the feet and stuff like that, but most of the stuff is pretty done, so I will call it a day. Thanks for joining, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm thinking about doing this maybe every Friday, but we'll see how the schedule goes. Alright, thanks for joining.